So welcome to the Daytona Beach International Speedway, home of NASCAR's most prestigious race. This track was born in 1959 and hosts the Daytona Beach 500 and the Rolex 24, which are two of the most notable races that it has here. Also too, it hosts a myriad of other races throughout the year. The track can be reconfigured to host other things other than just cars. So if you're into motorcycles or karting, it can do that as well. And they also have a flat track component too. So if you are a race fan of any kind, you must pay homage to the Daytona Beach International Speedway at some point in your life. During the peak seasons, during the peak times, the huge races, the capacity for seating is around 100,000 people, and that's not going to include the infield seating and gatherings as well. So the Speedway typically predicts that there's anywhere between 150 to 200,000 people in and around the Speedway that are coming to check out the races at any given time during the Daytona 500 and the Rolex 24 as well. Okay guys, so right now we are on the world famous International Speedway Boulevard that will lead you directly to the Daytona International Speedway. So what this part of Daytona Beach has to offer, it's going to have all your major conveniences. So if you're looking for shopping and dining and just conveniences in general, this is going to be your main hub. If you're looking for a little bit more retail shopping, some of Daytona's has moved that up to the Tanger Outlets, which is closer to the other communities that we've already been to, the Mosaic and the Latitude Margaritaville communities. That's where you're going to find a little bit more better retail shopping. The Evolution Mall is still located in Daytona Beach, but it's kind of a ghost mall at this point. There are still some stores in there, but if you're looking for some serious shopping, I would say go up to Tanger or even possibly Orlando, depending on what your needs are. Right across the street though from the Daytona Mall, you are going to have the Daytona Beach International Speedway, which is pretty convenient. Most flights are going to connect into Atlanta or Charlotte, depending on where you're going. So there's always probably going to be a connecting flight for you. But again, the convenience is there if you're living in Daytona Beach and you're just trying to get somewhere pretty quick. One of the newer things, and I say newer, it's been around for a little bit now, is Daytona One, which is right across the street from the Daytona International Speedway. There you're going to have some more shopping. You've got some really cool bars and nightlife, and the restaurant scene is pretty good there as well. So they always seem to be having some sort of event or something happening going on there. If you're looking to come to Daytona to hang out and have a good time, I'd recommend checking out Daytona One. It's something that you can go and spend a few hours at. It's not going to be like an all-day thing. So if you're kind of planning on trying to pack the Speedway in and some other things in the area, maybe a lunch or dinner, that would be probably a recommendation to check that out. So we've been talking about the shopping and dining, the destinations, things like that. Let's talk a little bit about Daytona Beach's infrastructure and what that looks like. So right now there's, according to the last census that we had, there is about 82,000 people as the population of Daytona Beach. And as far as tourists goes, that number is going to be a whopping 8 million tourists are estimated to come to Daytona Beach on an annual basis. So as we mentioned in other videos that we've had, there is a heavy tourist influence in here. Daytona Beach relies heavily on the hospitality and tourism industry. So with that being said, how much money are people making in the area? The median household income is around $50,000 in the Daytona Beach area. School systems, as you can kind of see behind me right now, we are driving past the Daytona State College, which is a great college to get into, especially if you're not really sure what you want to do career-wise as I'll say you can still call them adolescents at 18 years old. Basically still trying to figure out your life, go to Daytona State College, get a couple years under your belt, and then transfer out to somewhere else. But we do also have FSU satellite campuses, UCF satellite campuses. World famous Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University is also located in Daytona Beach as well. So if you're looking to get into the maths, the sciences, any sort of engineering, or you want to become a pilot, Embry-Riddle should definitely be on your top list of consideration. As far as local transport, getting to and from, it's pretty crappy. So don't expect to be getting anywhere fast with buses and things like that. We're seeing a lot of people use Ubers if you don't have your own form of transportation. But outside of that, to get from one spot to another in Daytona Beach, Daytona is pretty big geographically. So the best, fastest, and easiest way is you're going to be able to have your own type of vehicle. We don't have any train systems or anything like that set up as far as infrastructure goes. Don't plan on walking too many places because Daytona is a little bit sprawly in that sense as well. We are starting to find little pockets that become a little bit more central to things as we have more development getting built out. The developers are starting to pay attention a little more and get shopping and dining and all the things stacked together. Whereas now, especially in the older parts of Daytona where we're going right now, we started out at the furthest west end of International Speedway Boulevard. And we've been making our way to the beach right now, and we cover a lot of ground going through older parts of Daytona. So as we continue to see Daytona grow, we are seeing a little bit more thought being put into the development. All right, so we have officially made it over the bridges. We are on the Daytona Beach side of things, and this is where all the summer fun happens. Spring break stuff goes on. If you are a motorcyclist, you're in a biker gang, you want to be in one, whatever it is, this is where you're going to end up finding yourself at some point. And we're going to take a ride up Main Street. Right now, Main Street is going to be a ghost town at the time of filming this. We're filming in early July of 2025, and Main Street is extremely seasonal. And so the major Daytona Beach Bike Week events is the proper bike week that truly is for a week. It's usually 7 to 10 days, is going to be in March. And then your other major bike week event is going to be in October, and that's called Biketoberfest. And that's not a true bike week. That's just going to be a Thursday to Sunday type deal. But if you're not into motorcycles at all and you hate them and you hate the crowds and you hate the tourists, just check it out. It's very easy to find out what the true dates are on those. And I would say stay away from the area because it does get a lot of traffic, a lot of noise, live music, the whole thing, very congested. So if it's not your deal, that's fine. Just stay away from the Daytona Beach side, especially like International Speedway Boulevard, which is what we're on right now. You've got A1A, Main Street, Seabreeze, and Grandview. All of those in that little sector get very congested, very busy during these times. So right now, as you can see, nothing like too crazy going on. So it is very seasonal and event focused when we start to see these major spikes in people and tourism. All right, so the area that we're at right now, this is, we're getting close to Ocean Walk. And as you can see, they're doing quite a bit of construction right now. This is kind of the fun downtown area. Daytona Beach Pier Boardwalk is right around this area. If you want to get shot in the air by a big old slingshot, this is your spot to go to. Big notable mention though is going to be the ocean deck. If you're looking to have a meal and some drinks on the water, I would definitely recommend checking out the ocean deck. Night scene is pretty good, the ocean deck as well. They typically have some sort of live music going on. So if you're looking for parking when you're coming up to the Ocean Walk, a lot of different restaurants, shopping, dining. Right behind it is going to be a pretty good sized parking garage that you can find your parking, and you're going to have the Daytona Lagoon. So if you are like 15 and under, or your parents looking to take your kids somewhere that are in that like age bracket, fun water park there. It's got arcade, go-karts, little mini golf thing going on as well, and that's going to be the Daytona Beach Lagoon. All right, and so what you're seeing right now, this is the Daytona Beach Peabody Auditorium. A great little auditorium. What's even cooler about this is that they have acts coming in from all over the globe. So if you want to see something, there's a good chance that there's probably a stop in your favorite artist, comedian, whatever act it is you're looking for in Daytona Beach to some capacity. So if you are looking to check out a show or looking for a little bit something different to do, make sure you check out the Daytona Beach Peabody Auditorium. This is definitely a pro tip right here with this, because if you're just searching things to do in Daytona Beach, this venue may not pop up for you. So make sure that you go directly to their website. Right, welcome to the world famous Daytona Beach Main Street. Starting off the west end of the block, you got Boot Hill Saloon, which is a pretty popular destination. And like we said earlier, coming down the street right now, it's pretty much a ghost town. A lot of the shops are closed down, but definitely check it out here in the busier times. You got your Harley Davidson shops, tattoo shops if you're looking for that sort of thing. Great venues down here though too if you're just looking for music. Some pretty cool spots definitely should check out. You've got one of my favorites is the bank, and the bank actually used to be a old bank that they have turned in to a pretty cool music venue, and you've got some upstairs seating with that as well. So if you're looking for some action, Main Street is definitely going to be it. Make sure you check out Froggy's Saloon right up here as we're passing it right now, and just make sure you've got your timings right on the when to be here would be my big advice on that one. So this road that we're on right now is A1A, and this used to be the main drag through Daytona Beach area. Right just across the way there is going to be the Atlantic Ocean, and this all changed when Interstate 95 was developed and everything started moving out west. So you will see a lot of buildings that are kind of old, run down a little bit, need some love. So we're starting to see this gain the attention of a lot of investors, particularly this stretch from about Titusville up to the Daytona Beach area. I think is really probably the one of the last really undeveloped areas on the really on the entire Florida coastline. I mean, as you can see right here, just this entire vacant lot that we have, you don't really see that in too many spots. Usually that's going to be developed up with some sort of structure, more than likely going to be a condo or something. So what we're seeing is investors coming in, starting to invest the money and kind of help bring up old school Daytona. I would definitely say on the beach side is going to be older than all the new developments that are going out west, obviously, but just in general as a whole, with A1A being the main infrastructure point for Daytona Beach for so long, and now it kind of seems to be getting forgotten about a little bit. With that being said, though, you still have all your condos here. You still have a lot of tourist stuff going on here, and we are starting to see it slowly get brought back to life. So, my hope is in the next 10 to 15 years that we are going to have some, a little bit spark of some renovations, a little bit more growth going on in the positive direction of just getting things built up and starting to care about the area a little bit more. But that's just kind of the backstory on why A1A is not as popular as it used to be, just because everything moved out west with Interstate 95 getting built up. So just kind of talking about the beaches though in general, if you are wanting to get access to any of the beaches, you will have to find your way to A1A. There's multiple access beach ramps in the area to land on the beaches. Daytona Beach is unique in the sense that you are still able to drive on it, and it does have 23 miles of hard packed sand. So great beach to be driving on. Super convenient, especially if you have kids or a bunch of stuff, or if you want to just go fishing for the day, you can load everything up, hang out, and not have to worry about finding parking and lugging everything down from there. So a lot of advantages to being able to do that. You do have to pay to get onto the beach if you are not a local Volusia County resident. I'm not sure what the price is. I want to say it's somewhere between $20 to $30 per day. So just kind of keep that in mind if you are planning to come to the beach and drive on it. If you're not going to drive on it, you do not have to pay. You can just have walk-on access or take your bicycle or whatever it is down. I'll say Daytona Beach used to be extremely popular and packed. Right now, New Smyrna Beach is busier than Daytona Beach. Again, obviously seasonally depending, but Daytona Beach as a whole, I would say, is a little bit quieter than New Smyrna Beach. And it's just also going to depend where you find yourself on the beach as well. If you go and park on the beach and don't drive on it, you're going to be in a little bit more targeted, condensed area as far as people go. If you drive on it, I'm sure you'll be able to find some spots that you can go and find a little bit more isolation. All right, so right now as we've continued to be heading south on A1A, you're going to find yourself in the area called Daytona Beach Shores. So this is I'd say like an offshoot to Daytona Beach. It's still considered Daytona Beach. It's just going to be segmented out a little bit differently. And again, this is called Daytona Beach Shores. This is going to be a much quieter area of Daytona. So if you're wanting to kind of have the conveniences of the amenities of Daytona Beach and have that beach lifestyle, but you're not wanting to be in the hustle and bustle of it, Daytona Beach Shores will probably be for you. To kind of put in perspective, a median sale price in Daytona Beach Shores area right now is $437,000, and the amount of homes that have sold since March of this year up until now of filming, July 10th, is 46 homes have sold. So the market in our area of Volusia County right now, this is staying pretty consistent with it. It's just being a little bit slower, a little bit more inventory online. But overall, Daytona Beach Shores, I give a big thumbs up. It's a great spot. off the beaten path. A lot of great things in the area. If you're looking for golf courses and things like that, we do have them in Daytona Beach Shores. This is one of my favorites right here, actually coming up to our right. This is a little par 3 golf course. It's 13 holes. It's walkable, no golf carts, directly across from the ocean. It's tied in with the ocean condos. In the ocean condos, you can get a condo right now in the $400,000 price range. And then you're going to find yourself tied into Publix and a community center as well, which is just super convenient. You've got your tennis courts / pickleball courts. And again, Publix is going to be right around the corner from that, and some other shopping as well. You're going to have some super local mom and pop restaurants in Daytona Beach Shores, coupled with the chain restaurants as well. Okay, so talking about condos a little bit, we haven't mentioned condos at all during this video. Condos right now are all over the place. The mid-range of condos that you can get in Daytona Beach is between $320,000 and $400,000. And there are currently 658 condos for sale in the Daytona Beach area. Now, again, this is going to encompass the entirety of Daytona Beach, and Daytona Beach is very big geographically and sprawly. So this is going to include South Daytona, Daytona Beach Shores, and Daytona Beach proper as well. There are condos that are $1 million plus in the Daytona Beach area with no question, and that's just something that you need to keep in mind. Depending on what you're looking for, what your style is, what your taste is, and with the amenities. So typically what you see, the more expensive the condo is, the more amenities there is going to be. We do see investors coming in and buying condos for Airbnb and short-term investment rental purposes as well. If you're looking to do this, I'd say be very careful, because you can get whacked over the head very easily with special condo assessments that you may not have been aware of, that the seller didn't disclose, or maybe the seller just didn't know. Also, too, just the raising condo fees in general can make it hard to really get a profit out of these short-term rentals. So make sure you are doing your due diligence. Make sure you're using a local real estate professional. If there's anything we can help you out with as far as condos go, investment properties, you're looking to move here full-time, part-time, just in between, let us know. We're happy to help you. Whatever you do, just make sure you use a local area professional, and make sure whether you're buying a vacant piece of land, a condo, a townhome, or a single family residence, that you are just using somebody local. If we can help you out in any way, just put it in the comments below, or just reach out to us directly. Okay, so that last bridge we just went over was the Dunlawton Bridge, which is taking us into the Port Orange area, which means this concludes our drive tour of the Daytona Beach area. As we went over that bridge, everything that you saw was just a big sweeping view north into Daytona Beach. What we did today is we started out on LPGA Boulevard. We cut across to International Speedway, then we went straight east all the way to the coastline on A1A. We kind of toured around to the Ocean Walk, Main Street, kind of hotspot areas. And then from there, we went south on A1A, down into Daytona Beach Shores, talked about some condos, golf courses. Overall theme here, Daytona Beach has a lot to do, a lot of outdoor activity lifestyles, kayaking, fishing, paddleboarding, surfing, whatever you want to do or can think of, Daytona Beach has it for you. It's also going to be a little bit more kid-friendly in the sense of there's more kid activities, things to do. Like we mentioned, you've got the Daytona Beach Lagoon that has your water slides and arcades, and then you also have little putt-putter miniature golf courses as well. So a lot to do in Daytona. Big thing I'd like to mention again, if you're looking to have something a little bit different and check out some shows, make sure you go to the Daytona Beach Peabody Auditorium directly, and that'll help you kind of get a better idea of what's going on in the area. So Daytona Beach can be a great spot to be. It just depends on what you're looking for as far as your lifestyle. I feel like Daytona Beach is a very lifestyle driven area. Overall, we did a video on the most affordable beach towns to live in. Daytona Beach ranks high on it based on its affordability. You can definitely get homes in the $300 price range. I will say again, make sure you use a local real estate professional to make sure you're getting in the right home and the right neighborhood for you. So big thing here, let us know where you're from. Let us know what you thought about the video. Have you been to Daytona Beach before? Do you want to go to Daytona Beach? Or could you care less about it? Let us know. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in next week's video.